Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome you to another episode of Did You Know? This one of course featuring Katarina. If you did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like, but without any further ado, let us jump straight into her abilities. Katarina's passive is what makes her the reset queen. However, did you know that if you die but get an assist or kill right after you die, the reset of the passive will still apply? Spell Shield will not only block Katarina's Q on that target initially, but it will also prevent it from bouncing to other targets. On the other hand, something like Black Shield will simply just absorb the damage, but it will not prevent the bounce. Bouncing blades can hit targets that are stealth or even chase targets that are within the fog of war. This is quite unique to Katarina, so don't forget to abuse this power. Though not very practical nor is it very effective, if you do have 40% CDR, you can actually proc the Bouncing Blade mark with another cast of Bouncing Blade. If Katarina's W is spell shielded, not only will the damage be absorbed, but she will also not be granted the speed buff. Don't forget that her W has 0 cast time, meaning that it is great to use when chasing or escaping for quick damage and of course for the speed buff, or if you're auto-attacking your target, you can always use this skill without interrupting your auto-attack animation. A lot like Talon's E ability, Spell Shield will block the damage on Katarina's Shunpo, her E, but it will not stop the teleport itself, nor will it prevent her from getting the damage reduction buff. Shunpo is great for the damage reduction and to deal damage to enemy champions while closing the gap, but don't forget you can also use it on champion abilities like a Jarvan's Flag, Teemo Shroom, Shackle Box. You can use it on allies without damaging them, and you can even use it on wards. This offers Katarina a huge amount of mobility. Every single dagger that is thrown in Katarina's ultimate, Death Lotus, is considered a spell in itself, meaning things like Spell Shield will only block one dagger of the many thrown. Another very useful thing to remember as Katarina is that her ultimate icon will appear ready to use if there is a stealth target nearby. Also, Katarina's ultimate will hit the invisible targets that are within the range, and your ultimate is of course able to be used. A typical assassination combo with Katarina can be to first use your Q, get the mark on them, use your E for the damage reduction, W, ulti, and then finish the channel, and then usually your Q will be back up. You can also use summoner spells like Ignite and Exhaust while channeling your ultimate, but you cannot use summoner spells like Flash or Teleport. Alright guys, let us jump into some really cool facts and lore about Katarina. Did you know that Katarina was designed by Kornak, a name I'm sure most of you are quite familiar with by now? Apparently, Katarina's biography was slightly reworked a while ago to make her have more depth as a character in the lore. Katarina's voice actress is someone named Tara Platt, who has a long history of doing voiceovers in games, TV shows, cartoons, and many more. Did you know that Katarina is a family member of the Ducot family, which I mentioned in the Talon video previous to this means of the knife in French? In the Mac launch video, you can see Katarina in a framed portrait. The champion Cassiopeia is the sister of Katarina, even though she looks like a snake. I have a previous Did You Know episode explaining how Cassiopeia became a snake. Katarina and Talon are colleagues because they are both part of the same clan, the Ducot clan. Also, did you know that Katarina and Garen had first fought each other in a war between Demacia and Noxus? One thing many of you guys may be wondering is how did Katarina get that scar on her eye? Well, it is all in her lore. As Katarina was young and trained by the best assassins in Noxus, her father of course included, she quickly became very proficient and got her first assignment to kill a low-ranked Demacian officer. While on her mission, she actually ended up spotting a Demacian general instead and decided to assassinate him, thinking that this will be a bigger hit. So she actually ended up successfully killing the general before she ended up retreating. However, the low-ranked officer, the one who she was initially supposed to kill, got forces together and attacked a Noxus camp, doing a lot of damage. Katarina got very angry and actually went back to finish her original mission. However, that low-ranked officer was now heavily guarded, so a stealth kill was impossible. She ended up coming out into the fray, swearing to kill him, and ended up taking down all of the guards and the officer himself. However, she suffered the scar on her eye in return, which now serves as a reminder to her that she must never let passion interfere with duty. Katarina was one of the few champions that was selected for the Ionia vs Noxus match, of course for the Noxan side. However, she was not selected to be played. Here's a pretty interesting one. Did you know that Mercenary Katarina was supposed to be Katarina's original skin, yet later her bio, her skin, and her voiceover all got reworked and Mercenary Katarina just became a regular skin? Katarina's dance is a reference to a dance from the movie Napoleon Dynamite. Katarina is one of the few champions to actually have 2 champion spotlights on the official Riot Games YouTube channel. The reason for this is because her skill set got heavily reworked not too long ago. Apparently, Katarina's quote,
"Why? Because I can,"
is a tribute to Shawn Michaels, a famous WWE wrestler. Did you know that Katarina's old voiceovers, though somewhat similar in text, used to be a lot more angrier? Here's a few examples.
Please, make me hurt you. Violence solves everything.
Compared to the current one,
Violence solves everything.
Bilgewater Katarina was apparently inspired by Chiz's swashbuckler Katarina skin that he made up. Red Card Katarina was made just before the 2010 World Cup and removed shortly after it ended. Chinese artworks of Katarina show a tattoo on her right hip, yet in-game it is on her left. Apparently, Katarina has an unreleased skin titled Crimson Elite Katarina, which matches of course the theme of Crimson Elite Talon and Riven. Here are the texture models of the skin. In Sleigh Bell Katarina, there is a man just underneath her at the bottom of the picture, and it is assumed to be Garen since the hair and armor seems very similar to him. Alright guys, that unfortunately does mark the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Katarina. I surely hope you guys did enjoy this episode and learn something new, and if you did, please do throw in a like down below and maybe share with your friends as well. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not yet, and also maybe follow me on my social medias, Facebook and Twitter pages. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.